We're making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. My name is Zizipho Lupelwana. So today I came across something very, very interesting. And I thought to myself, okay, fine, I think this warrants or it deserves a video. So I came across this article which has Unchavin. It says that Cabinet approves bill aimed at regulating movements and employment of foreign nationals. And this triggered me so much, I'm not gonna lie, and I think that's the reason why I came to make the video. Because I feel like we as South Africans, we are so misdirected. And there are so many people that hate the EFF. And they hate the EFF because of foreign nationals, right? And it's such a funny thing because the EFF is not in government. The EFF has never been in government. And foreign nationals have been in South Africa even before the EFF was formed. I remember in 2005, have been in South Africa before EFF was formed, have had businesses, have worked in South Africa before the EFF was formed. A lot of people are cross because a statement that CIC Julius Malema said during COVID, that foreign nationals can come, can use creative ways. People have been, COVID was in when? 2020. Foreign nationals have been coming in South Africa for years. Some of them have been here for 20 years. Long before the EFF was formed, right? Okay, let's say even if they are new, foreigners are new in South Africa, the EFF does not have power. Even if Julius Malema can say foreign nationals must come in South Africa, Julius Malema does not have power. And I feel like a lot of our people, they don't want to accept, they don't want to hold accountable the real people that bring foreign nationals to South Africa. Yeah, but they don't want to, I don't know, they don't want to accept, they don't want to. I think it's nice when it's blamed on Julius Malema, all right? So, okay, fine. So, here, Forum Zegelo, the cabinet, who is the cabinet? So, this article says the cabinet approves a bill. So, who is the cabinet, right? And this is something that you guys don't want to accept. I think this is why I thought to myself, let me take this time on a Friday and make this video. Who is the cabinet? All right, the ministers that are selected by the president are part of the cabinet, right? And in that cabinet there is Gayton McKenzie, for example. Okay, let's just play here. There is Gayton McKenzie who campaigned, right, on a ticket that Abahambe, and a lot of people applauded Gayton McKenzie, bashed Julius Malema for saying you have allowed foreigners into South Africa. Gayton McKenzie is part of the cabinet that approved the bill aimed at regulating movement and employment of foreign nationals, right? Julius Malema is not part of the cabinet, right? But if anything happens, everybody will say Julius Malema. Like it's such a, I don't know if maybe Julius Malema has been made a monster so much that people have started to believe it. It's crazy how people start to believe things even when there is no evidence. Or even if when it doesn't make sense. Like I just don't know. Or maybe they hate Julius Malema so much that the foreigners are in South Africa because of Julius Malema. Everybody believes it. But everybody knows that Julius Malema is not in power. And when it's time to vote for him, people say, no, we are not going to vote for Julius Malema. But if anything happens, they say Julius Malema. Do you understand? It doesn't matter what Julius Malema can say, guys. He does not make the decision. He's not in the cabinet. He does not make the decisions. So a typical example of Gayton McKenzie, who is still campaigning, by the way, that Abraham, on the next elections, he's gonna campaign again. Ukuthi foreign nationals must go in South Africa, but he is part of the cabinet that makes the decision. People vote for the DA, right? No one wants to associate foreign nationals with the DA. The DA is part of the cabinet, part of the people that have approved this. But black people say, no, we don't want to vote for Julius Malema because Julius Malema loves foreigners. It's such a pity now that I don't know if I no, I'm not going to pull it up. There's a video of Helen Zille. I posted it a while back where she was saying, the economy, we need the foreigners for the economy to strive. I mean, it wouldn't be a good thing if we say we are sending the Zimbabweans back. I posted that video and nobody said anything. There was a thing that was passed, or that was... I don't know if it was passed or it was what by Cyril Ramaphosa a few months back. I think it was around January because I posted about it. That's how I remember, where he says that he's gonna open for smooth operations between Nigeria and South Africa, where products of Nigeria will be in South Africa, easy access to the Nigerians to come to South Africa. But when foreign nationals do something, people say Julius Malema. Julius Malema is not in power. He doesn't even have the power to say the Nigerians must come and do business in South Africa. Ramaphosa says Nigerians must come and do business in South Africa. And people are just like chilled. So I think let's get right into this article. I want to read this article about this, and I want to read the comments as well. I'm just showing you guys that I don't know if maybe the people really hated Julius Malema to such an extent that any propaganda said about him, even if it's not true, nobody cares. The cabinet has approved the National Labor Migration Policy White Paper. So it says here, Cape Town Cabinet has approved the introduction of a new bill that seeks to limit the number of foreign nationals that can be employed in the country. Number one. Number two, at the same time, it also approved the National Labor Migration Policy White Paper, which introduces quotas on the total number of documented foreign nationals that can be employed in major sectors such as agriculture, hospitality, tourism, and construction. Yeah, so it says here, let me read it again. Le bill that is being approved, it approves documented foreign nationals that can be employed in they are calling major sectors such as agriculture, hospitality, tourism, and construction. Providing an update on cabinet decisions at Parliament on Thursday, Minister in the Presidency, Khumbudzo Ntshavheni, said the policy is aimed at achieving balance across the sectors, including addressing South Africans' expectations for job prospects amid rising unemployment. The policy complements other interventions such as enforcement of a list of sectors where foreign nationals cannot be allocated business visas and amendments to the National Small Enterprise Act of 1996, which limits foreign nationals establishing small, medium, and micro enterprise and trading in some sectors of the economy. The cabinet has also given the thumbs up to the tabling of the Employment Sectors Amendment Bill in Parliament, which provides a policy framework and the legal basis to regulate the employment of foreign nationals in business. It also tightens the screw on labor brokers to prevent exploitation through the employment of undocumented foreign nationals. According to the bill, the employment minister will have the power to set quotas for the employment of foreign nationals. So they will set like guidelines on what terms the foreign nationals must be employed. Cabinet directed the Minister of Employment and Labor speedily to finalize the mapping through the consultations of what constitutes scarce and critical skills in order to develop a domestic skills base to improve absorption of more unemployed South Africa. At this point, I mean, I know they always say that they will hire they always say they will hire foreign nationals for umzekelo based on scarce skills. And I don't know if we have scarce skills in South Africa, because I feel like South Africa is so they are educated. I don't know if we have anything that can be regarded as a scarce skill. Yeah, but so okay, then the DA argued as well, which is, I want to read this. So the DA argues that employment target set by the labor minister could lead to employers firing employees who don't meet quotas. The party on Tuesday arguing in the North Gauteng High Court that the section of the act that gives the minister the powers to set numerical targets that don't align with provincial demographics or industry specifics is unconstitutional. The case has been brewing for 2 years. Recently published sectoral targets have added more fuel to the fire, with the DA saying that these differ substantially from original targets published for public comment. The DA told the court that taking away autonomy business have under the current act to design their own employment equity plans would be erased by the employment minister race based on sectoral targets that will, under the amendment act, have to apply to all employers of more than 50 staff and across all sectors. Those which don't comply face a hefty fine starting at 1.5 million or 2% of their turnover and won't be allowed to do business with the state. Advocate Ishmael Jamie told the court that targets set by minister under Section 15A of Amendment Act were blunt, rigid, and deeply intrusive. That is not constitutional, primarily because the effect it has on the dignity of those affected by the imposition of those quotas. Ishmael used the example of an Indian woman failing to get a job in the financial industry sector in Gauteng, owing to low limits set for this category and forcing her to move to KwaZulu-Natal instead of where the quota is higher. The DA is asking the court to declare at least this section of the Amendment Act, which is not yet force, unconstitutional and invalid. So this is what the DA is arguing. The DA is arguing that if you say every company must hire 2 black people for umzekelo, 2 white people, and two Indian people and 2 colored people. If it happens that a company already has 5 black people and 2 white people, it means that that company must fire those 3 black people so that it can hire 2 coloreds and 2 what. Or if the company has white people only, it means that those white people must be fired, 2 black people must be hired, and 2 coloreds, 2 Indians. So the DA is saying, I mean, that could end up in a disaster where people would have to be fired to accommodate the numerical number. But it's also said that the minister has not finalized on the number, what the number is going to be. And this applies to people that have 50 members of staff and more. And you could be charged like 1.5 million if you don't meet the requirements. Well, I feel like in places like Cape Town, the companies will really be in trouble, because here, mostly they hire white people, especially in like big companies. Yeah, but so, I don't know if the DA is... by the way, the DA never argues for us. Once they argue, you must know that it doesn't work for them, especially here in Cape Town. Here in Cape Town, they will suffer because they will need to bring more black people into their spaces, and that's not what they want. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think I've poured my heart out on this video. I've already spoken. If you don't know who I am, my name is Izipolo Pelwana. This is Simple Politics. Please subscribe to this channel. Also, guys, please support this channel. There is the details on the pinned comment. If you can support the channel, please do. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next one.
If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Israel,